Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Randall. Randall developed as a medieval vernacular form of Randolf, a name brought to England by the Norman French in the 11th century, although earlier forms of this name were introduced to the British Isles by Scandinavian settlers and Viking raiders. The French adopted the name from the Old Norse Randulfr from the Germanic elements rand meaning rim, shield and ulfr meaning wolf. Randall was a common personal name in England in the later Middle Ages when it also morphed into a surname. The name was also familiar to the Scots in reference to a late medieval ballad known as Lord Randall, considered one of the most well-known ballads in the world. The song follows a dialogue between Lord Randall and his mother wherein the listener discovers the handsome young man has been poisoned by his true love. Its contemporary popularity and subsequent endurance is owed to its unique style and timeless themes. Fast-paced, unnerving, climactic and tabloid-worthy, the story unfolds with a jarring, escalating tempo. Through the rapid-fire question-and-answer session between mother and son, the listener learns right along with the victim that he is about to die. In the last verses of the ballad, Lord Randall's mother asks her dying son for his last will and testament. When asked, "What do you leave to your true love?" the betrayed Randall bequeaths eternal damnation to his mistress/murderess, "I leave her hell and fire." The whole story is quite scandalous. Some believe that Lord Randall was modeled off of an early 13th century nobleman, Lord Randolph, the 6th Earl of Chester, who, some speculated, was poisoned by his wife. The timeless themes of young love and betrayal, of promise and defeat, and of death and damnation, all but guaranteed the endurance of this old Anglo-Scottish folk song. And Randall is smack dab in the center of the drama. Personality of the boy named Randall. The number 8 personality has everything to do with power, wealth and abundance. Somehow, this personality has been blessed on the material plane, but their authoritative and problem-solving traits provide evidence that their good fortunes are not just the luck of the lottery. They are well-earned. This is the personality of CEOs and high-ranking military personnel. 8s are intensely active, hard-driving individuals. Success is only meaningful to them after a job well done. They are remarkable in their ability to see the larger picture right down to the smallest details and organize a strategy around success. They then have the ability to direct a group around them toward any goal and realize individual potential to get the most out of their team. Popularity of the boy named Randall. Randall saw some sporadically low usage in America during the late 19th century and into the early part of the 20th. It really wasn't until the 1920s when Randall began to show some promise. The name kept climbing all the way up to the top 100 list. The 1950s and 1960s were by far the best decades for old medieval Randall. The name reached its apex at position number 53 on the top 1,000 list in 1955. These were the popular years for names like Donald, Ronald, Kenneth, and Gary. Today, however, all of these names are considered outdated and out of style. Randall went in the same direction as these others, i.e., backwards, but really saw significant decline in the 1990s and 2000s. In fact, Randall is in danger of falling off the top 1,000 list for the first time in over 100 years if parents don't unearth him again soon. There's something very stately about this name, very English and very proper. A lone, proud wolf. Quick facts on Randall. Gender, boy. Origin, English. Number of syllables, 2. Ranking popularity, 833. Pronunciation, Randl. Simple meaning, shield of the wolf. Characteristics of Randall. Powerful, tenacious, problem solver, wealthy, authoritative, tough, achiever. Cultural references to the baby name, Randall. Literary characters of the baby name Randall. Randall Flagg is a recurring villainous figure in Stephen King's horror fiction, making his first appearance in 1978's The Stand and playing larger parts in the Dark Tower series. Always the dark man, Randall Flagg epitomizes the possibility for evil within every human being. His various incarnations take him from being a Klansman to being one of the kidnappers of Patty Hearst. He is always unseen. He has the ability to torture, terrify, and tantalize, all at the same time. It seems that, in the totality of his evil, he has the particular talent to make all of the rest of us into heroes. We just can't help but look good by comparison. Still and all, a fine-sounding name, Rebecca is Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm in the Kate Douglas Wiggins children's classic of 1903. It was also made into a popular 1938 movie starring, you guessed it, Shirley Temple. Rebecca is an irrepressible 10-year-old girl from an impoverished family who goes to live with her two paternal aunts at the beginning of the novel, and a lovely and still high-spirited young woman at the end. In between, she alternately charms and exasperates her aunts and the townspeople, makes new friends, and matures into a generous human being. It is a lovely look at a more innocent time, but lest you think it too saccharine, remember that two giants of American literature, Jack London and Mark Twain, were among the first to welcome and praise this heroine. Popular songs on Randall. A song by Wheatus, explicit, Lord Randall Randall, a song by Harry Belafonte. Famous people named Randall. Randall Davidson, former Archbishop of Canterbury. Randall Jarrell, American poet/writer. Randall Garrett, American sci-fi writer. Randall Cunningham, football player.